Jesus wouldn't be caught dead in today's modern church. I'll prove it to you coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome to the Screwup Chronicles. I am your host, Robbie Millar. For those of you that are new to the Screwup Chronicles, what we try to do is we try to reach people who have questions about the church that have not been able to ask those questions in church, and also people who maybe have been disenfranchised from church or treated poorly. And we try to do that through just kind of showing our story and who we are and coming together and just realizing that we're not all that different. Now, in the beginning of this episode, I said Jesus wouldn't be caught dead in the modern church, and that is 100% true statement. Jesus, in fact, wasn't caught dead in most churches, even back in the New Testament Bible. Oftentimes, Jesus' ministry was done on the road because he believed that people like you and I were the people that he needed to be with. He didn't need to be with the people who were already in church. So the good news is for you guys that you are exactly who Jesus wants to speak to and who God our Father wants to speak to. It's not the people like me that go to church every Sunday, or the people who think that they are holier than you, or even the people that think that they have to be holy to go to church. That is completely wrong, and the church has screwed that up for so long, and I apologize about that, because really this church is a place for you guys, the people that have the questions, the people that question faith. All throughout the Bible, the people that Jesus surrounded himself with were sinners, were the worst of the worst, the tax collectors, whores, things like that, people who needed his message. And we are the people that need his message. So the good news is the people that go to church, that's great for them. I go to church every Sunday. I help run the sound. But the good news is that the people that he is trying to speak to the most is you. Jacob was a cheater. Peter had a temper. David had an affair. Noah was a drunk. Jonah ran from God. Paul was a murderer. Gideon was insecure. Miriam was a gossiper. Martha was a worrier. Thomas was a doubter. Sarah was impatient. Elijah was moody. Mary Magdalene was a hooker. Moses stuttered. Abraham was old, and Lazarus was dead. God doesn't call for the people who are most qualified. He calls us and then qualifies us. God has a plan for you, and that's a good thing, right? God isn't looking for the holiest of holy. God is looking for the people who he can use the most. And it has nothing to do with whether you sin or not. The Bible is 100% clear on that. It has zero to do with whether you sin or not, and has everything to do with your ability to listen, your ability to follow his instructions. And guess what? Not even that. Most of those people also, like I said, Jonah ran away from God, right? And God still gave him a chance. The Bible is full of them. Jesus' closest disciples questioned him on the daily, and he proved it to them. Like, can you imagine being a disciple of Jesus Christ and saying, hey, Jesus, show us a miracle. And then he shows you, and then the next day you're like, man, I don't know if you can do this, Jesus. Like, what? I just showed you a miracle. Like, I walked on water. What do you mean I can't feed 5,000? Hook me up with a bread and a fish, yo. I'm going to feed 5,000 people. It blows my mind, right? So the Bible is full of people, and some of Jesus's closest people questioning religion. So it's okay that you question religion. It's okay that you question the existence of God. Here's the thing in the end, though, right? And the thing I want to compare for me and you and the people who, don't believe or do believe is this. Number one, if I'm wrong and I believe in God, I have wasted zero time. Like, I've wasted some time, but I have lost nothing. In fact, I've only gained from it. I've helped people. People have gained from me. I've met people. I started a podcast. I started this YouTube channel. I've only gained from it, right? I try to give back, but I've only gained. The people that don't believe and haven't given it a shot, If they're wrong, I got nothing for you, bro. So my challenge to you guys in this quick little 5-minute hitter, number one, Jesus wouldn't be caught dead in the church. So you don't have to go to church to be religious. The church is not a building. The church is the people. The church is the people. And Jesus proved it over and over again. It's in the Bible. Check it out. But my challenge for you guys is if you don't go to church or if you do have those questions is to find somebody that is willing to answer those for you. And if you can't find somebody locally, hit me up, screwupchronicles@gmail.com. I am Robbie Millar. I will definitely do my best to answer them for you. I don't have all the answers. I'm not even a pastor, right? But I know people, man. I know where to find the resources. And I will definitely work with you to find the answer. I'm not going to tell you the number one answer you will not get from me is you just have to believe, because that's garbage. It's absolute garbage. You don't have to believe in anything, but I'm going to try to show you why you should believe. Anyways, thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, beyond the subscriptions and beyond the views and the watch time and all these really cool YouTube analytics, if you got something out of this episode, all I ask is that you share it with somebody for me who you think may benefit from it. I am not promoting this in any way, shape, or form. There's no advertisements on my YouTube or on my podcast. I am not promoting it through Facebook. I do tell people, hey, I dropped a new episode, but I'm not running Facebook ads. I'm not promoting it on Instagram. The only promotion for this program, any of my programs, is you guys. And I ask that you please help spread the word for me and share it with somebody if you got something out of it. If you didn't get something out of this, throw it away. Not going to hurt my feelings. I apologize for wasting your time. But if you did, share it with somebody. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I told you it was going to be quick. I apologize about that ding. My phone just went off because I'm an idiot. Catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm Robbie Millar. Thanks for listening to the Screwup Chronicles. I'm out.